Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can you believe that ending? There's so many games of basketball that I have seen in my life. Is your blood pressure okay, everybody watching? Is your heart beating as fast as mine is right now? Because I cannot believe the game that we just saw. The back and forth affair. Yes, it was crazy. The first quarter, it belonged to New York. The third quarter, it belonged to Detroit. The fourth quarter, it was up for grabs. Jalen Brunson goes down. He hurts his ankle. He goes to the back. We all think he might be getting treatment. But what is he doing? Let's see. He's grabbing his cape. He's grabbing his cape. Captain Clutch, you would think when you hurt your ankle, you would play worse. Your game would get worse. No. Not Jalen. Not Jalen Brunson. Not Captain Clutch. Not when it's Captain Clutch time. Mind you, it was Captain Clutch time, not 4 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. As soon as he checks in, the first time he checks in back with that ankle, he starts to attack, continues to attack. Credit to Mikal Bridges. He was not hitting anything, especially from three, the entire game, but gave you great defense. And then when it matters the most, what does he do? Boom, hits the three. What does he do? Boom, hits the three. JB with the lay-in. Timeout. They make a three. What do? We respond. We hit a three. We tied the game. Our all-stars come to play to close out this game. Karl Anthony Towns goes off. How did he make the three? How did he make that three? I still don't even know. But it doesn't matter, because you want to know why it doesn't matter? 3-1. That's why it doesn't matter. Yes, this game looked out of reach. Maybe if we analyze everything, the Knicks did not deserve to win this game, especially the way they played that third quarter. But you know what? The same thing could be said about the Detroit Pistons and how they played that first half. So as far as I can see it, it's about even. When it matters the most is that fourth quarter. When it matters the most is when the game is on the line. And when it matters the most, it's about closing out and winning the game. Game on the line. We needed to get stops. We needed to get buckets. We needed to make plays. Who did we look to? Captain Clutch and the best shooting big man in the game today. Together, they combine, go off, and the Knicks win this game. You want to talk about fouls? Oh, I'm sorry. You want to talk about a late game situation where you were treated unfairly? I'm sorry. You must have missed last post game, because that was last time. You wanted to laugh before? Now it's our turn to laugh. I don't care. New York is here. We are up 3-1 in this series. And you know what the percentages are for a team that is up 3-1 to win the series? 95%. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you want to see reactions like this, lives like this, videos, we're dropping videos each and every day. I mean, daily content is almost a necessity on this channel. You're going to get that. You're getting shorts. We're all over the place right now. Now is the time to join in on the movement. If you want to be part of the recap, the Knicks recap, that is, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. Without further ado, let's get started. I mean, we're down 11. Knicks look like they don't have a shot of winning it. I'm not saying their body language is defeated, but when JB goes down, I'm sure I speak for everybody when I say this, my heart fell to my chest. I couldn't breathe for a second. And when I knew it was the same ankle that kept him out for what, a month? Talk about fear level. It was to the top. And the Knicks looked a little bit worried without him. And then, as captains do, right? Sucked it up, walked back to the locker room on his own volition. Even though initially he couldn't put weight on it, he still didn't want help. Walked back, clearly got treatment, He clearly got treatment on that ankle, but he also grabbed his cape in the back and then proceeded to go off in the fourth, just like Jalen Brunson can do. Clutch player of the year. If he's not made that clear during this postseason, I don't know what else can make you believe it. If what we just saw doesn't make you believe it, then nothing else will. Jalen Brunson in the postseason is operating on a different level. New York leads this series 3-1. Final score 94-93. Another close game. But here's what I want to highlight, ladies and gentlemen. Playoff Brunson is a thing. And I don't care who you are or what fan of team you are to anything. Jalen Brunson is him. Playoff Brunson is a thing. Did we see these numbers? Today, mind you, he drops 32, 5, and 11. The other game, 37 and 9. The other game, 37, 3, and 7. The other game, 34, 2, and 8. What is that? What is that? That is inhuman play from your point guard who is 6'2", putting the team on his back. I said it before. If you're going to take shots at the king, you better not miss. Asor missed. Malik missed. Tobias. Fake tough guy, you missed too. Every single one of you guys missed. And it has inspired Brunson to drop all of these points on your head. But I want to talk about Cade Cunningham for a second. Cade Cunningham got a lot of my respect today. And it wasn't really anything to do with the way he played, even though the way he played was phenomenal, by the way. Nobody could stop him in the second half. Give credit where credit is due. The Knicks, we won this game. We stole this game. But the reason we had to steal it is because Cade Cunningham almost put it out of reach with the way he was playing. But there was one situation where Karl Anthony Towns, he trips over rookie Ron Holland. And then Holland didn't like it, so he stands in front of Cat or over Cat like he's going to do something. And before anybody else even reacts, Cade Cunningham comes in and shoves him about as hard as I've ever seen a teammate shove another teammate. And for me, that was probably the most respect I've instantly gained in a player in my entire life. Cade is a real one. He's absolutely a real one. Because you understand, this is basketball. This is playoff intensity. There's levels to it, but we're not going to get to that level. And as a leader, you need a leader like that. We see the leadership in our locker room thanks to Brunson. He brings that type of leadership. It's nice to see that the Pistons have that with Cade. I'm not going to give them a lot of props during this game. They don't really deserve a lot, but I will give them the right amount. And Cade Cunningham is really where it all starts for them. Respect because of what he did to handle his teammates, and also respect for Cade Cunningham because we really couldn't stop him. So as you can see here, Fred Katz from The Athletic. Final 94-93, Knicks win. Knicks take a series lead of 3-1. Brunson again, 32, 5, and 11. He had 15 in the fourth. Captain Clutch always there. Towns, 28 and 9. Monster game for him as well, too. Came up big in the fourth. Hart, 14, 10, and 5 with 4 steals. I mean, it's an understatement as well, too, to not see any defensive numbers for Hart over there. Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson will never get enough credit during this game, especially not Mikal Bridges. Neither of them will get enough credit during this game, just because we're going to look at the stats, we're going to look at the box score, and we're going to look at what they did in terms of points. The defense, you're never going to be able to see on the box score. Mikal Bridges' defense from start to finish was just amazing during this game. He had some slips, but for the most part, amazing. Josh Hart, same exact thing. Mitchell Robinson, same exact thing. They were playing great defense and help defense as well, too. There were times there were slips and overhelping as well, too, but they're not going to get enough credit for the defensive effort that they put out. A lot of people were killing Bridges. Oh, he can't shoot. He can't make a shot. Knicks would be up so much more if he can make a shot. Yeah, I get that. But also, some of the shots he's open for, you're not going to not take those shots. You're going to take them because those same shots he took those same shots in the fourth, didn't he? And hit 2 threes. So you're going to have to take the good with the bad. As long as the defense is there, that's what we need. And that defensive energy was there from Bridges the entire game. So you got to give him credit for that. Somebody else with Cade Cunningham, 25, 10, and 10. He had a triple-double. I believe this is his first postseason triple-double. We can say what we want to say about Cade Cunningham, but that man in the third quarter, really, let's talk about it then, right? So we're going to talk about Cade anyways, right? First quarter, Knicks dominate. When I talk about dominate, there are few times in my life I ever say the Knicks dominate on every quarter from start to finish on every level. They did that in the first quarter. On every level. Defensively, rebounding, passing the ball, finding the cutters, moving without the ball, finding the open man, penetration and creation. Jalen Brunson wasn't forcing anything, trying to find other players. Karl-Anthony Towns the same exact way. It was easy because they were making the game easy. One of the best first quarters I have seen the Knicks do in this entire postseason run. That should say something because they were strong for a couple of first quarters. But this one, primarily so good. I don't know if you guys saw the score there, but in that first quarter, it was 29-19. 29-19. The Knicks were up big. But then the second quarter. And the funny part is the second quarter is going fine. We're actually doing fine for most of that quarter. And then we're still doing fine. And you think it's 3 minutes left. The Knicks are definitely going to do fine here. Maybe we're going to have a 10-point lead going into half, but we're going to be okay. Maybe it could be more. 1 minute and 49 seconds. That's how much time was left in the second quarter. Within that time frame, the Pistons managed to drop 11 points to the Knicks 2 points, closing that half down by 7. And the defense that we saw the Knicks bring in that first quarter, it started to slip little by little. And in the third quarter, it slipped completely. Not entirely their fault because the refereeing, the officiating, the lack of calls, it all plays to that. But their defense, it took a hit. And if you don't believe me, look at the score here. 14-28. The Knicks scored 14 points in the third quarter, and the Pistons scored 28 points. They led going into the fourth quarter. They had an 11-point lead, their highest lead, and they were destroying the Knicks inside. And a large part due to that was because of Cade Cunningham. Like I said before, there's a reason he's highlighted as the player of the game and the game leader for Detroit. It's really because Detroit would not have been able to get there without Cade Cunningham and his abilities at the rim. Nobody could stop Cade in the third. Nobody could stop Cade in the fourth, really. And it was a collective effort to try to get him off the ball and make things difficult for him. And really, the Knicks defense was not there in that third quarter. We got taken advantage of. And if I'm being honest, and anybody who's watching, you know I'm always honest when it comes to this team, we didn't deserve to win this game after that third quarter. We didn't. That third quarter was an embarrassment to this Knicks team, an embarrassment to this franchise. We don't play like that. We should have, it's a postseason game. We should understand what it means to come out of the half, lock in, focus, and build on your lead. We not only did not build on the lead, we squandered it. We let it get out of reach nearly. And if it was not for the heroics of Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, maybe we don't win this game. We have to give credit where credit is due to our all-stars, Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, as New York takes a dominant 3-1 series lead against the Pistons. Jalen Brunson, 32 points, 15 points in the fourth quarter. Captain Clutch grabbed his cape, 13-26 from the field. Efficient. 4 of 7 from 3. Efficient. 11 assists. Pass the ball. Huh? Is anybody saying that now? He had 7 the other game when we lost, 9 when we won, and 11 when we're dominating in the fourth and trying to use him to help us go off. What else do you need a captain to do? We're going to talk about Karl-Anthony Towns and what he did because he needs a lot of praise. Towns, 27 points, 8 in the fourth quarter. We don't win without those 8 in the fourth quarter. 5 of 6 from 3. Let me say that again. 5 of 6 from 3. Let me say that again. 5 of 6 from 3. Big man let it fly. Big man hit a lot of threes. 9 rebounds. Clutch rebounds as well, too. Playing pretty good defense as well. But Karl Anthony Towns did exactly what we needed him to do. When Jalen Brunson needs somebody else to help him, when we need somebody to assist the closer, somebody has to step up. Karl Anthony Towns, that fadeaway shot, that's how you step up. That 3 from I don't even know how far away, how many people were near him, around him, next to him, hands around his eyes, and still makes the bucket. Yeah. That's the Towns that we needed. That's the Towns that we got. And he's one of the main reasons we win this game. We're up 3-1, and everybody needs to start putting some respect on the Knicks and our all-stars. Shout out to ESPN for breaking this down and giving us all this information here. So as you can see, we're going to break down some of the key stats first, and then we're going to break down some of the other ones that jump off the page here. So number 1, the one thing we have to look at, if you're not looking at this right now, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's up with you. 54 rebounds to 38. Demolished. Demolished on the boards. When you shoot 37.4% from the field and you get dominated by near 20 boards, you're likely going to lose the game. Clearly, looking at the stats here, the way they shot the ball, the way they rebounded the ball, honestly, they did not do themselves any favors to win this game. And with these stats, if I told you the Knicks had these stats, you would have thought the Knicks lost this game. But we won this game because of a couple of different areas. And that's where we need to look at. 19 turnovers to 10. That's one area where the Knicks excelled. 10 turnovers, extremely low, and one of the main reasons we won. But 3-point percentage. I almost never, ever can say this about the Knicks. New York shot 45.5% from 3. Detroit shot 24.1% from 3. 7 of 29 from 3, and at one point, they gave up. The Knicks, conversely, generate more threes than their opposing team. That doesn't happen often. They took 33 threes. They made 15 threes. There's your difference. You want to know why the Knicks won? How they got back into this game? It was because of their defense, because of their aggression, because of our all-stars, but also we forced turnovers. Detroit, they made bad plays, bad passes. They turned the ball over. But we also were able to hit our threes and generate more threes. And when it comes down to it, it's a little bit of math. You take more threes, you make more threes, you're likely going to win the game, or if you were down, you're going to get back into the game. Those stats are the main reasons why the Knicks were able to win. Last thing here, it's the assist numbers. Now, New York did a good job, 19 to 18, right? We did better than the Pistons did, so I'm not going to criticize them for that, but I will continue to say this till I'm blue in the face. 19 assists are not enough. That's team assist. And if we're breaking things down here, right? If we're looking at the numbers, Brunson had 11 assists. Josh Hart had five of those assists. 16 assists from the 19 assists you had as a team. That's not going to do it. You need to move the ball better as a team. Our assist numbers should easily be hitting 25 assists. That's the sweet spot. You get 30 assists, you're a way better team. They're not going to be able to stop you. The third quarter, even though it was officiating in the third, it was also the Pistons outplaying the Knicks. The Knicks got outplayed in that third quarter. We can blame it on the officiating all we want to, but that was not the only reason we lost that quarter. We did not come to play. Too much isolation play, too much trying to go inside and make something happen, getting our shot blocked, not trying to move the ball or move ourselves, and allowing the Pistons to have open shots. And they were moving the ball. That's what we did in the first half to get the lead that we had. They just copied what we did. They made it work for them, and that's why they were leading. The bench is awful. Just awful. And I get it. Defensively, yeah, fine. We're good. Great. Thank you. Thank you for the defense. Can I get any offense? Can I get some offense? Maybe a little bit of offense from the bench, because this bench scoring is a problem. Take a look, everybody. And I compared it to the Pistons just for comparison, so everybody can see what may be normal and standard and what we're not getting. Mikal Bridges, 44 minutes. He gave you 8 points, 1 assist, 6 rebounds. He was 3 of 12 from the field. So clearly did not do what he needed to do from an offensive standpoint, but defensively, he was very good. OG Anunoby, almost mirroring him. 39 minutes. He was 3 of 14 from the field. He gave you 2 rebounds and 8 points. Definitely not a great Anunoby game in terms of offense, but defensively, he was there as well too. Karl Anthony Towns, 40 minutes, 10 of 22 from the field. So clearly not his most efficient game, but from 3, he was almost near perfect. 5 of 6 from the field, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and 27 points on the night. Jalen Brunson, we went over what he did already. He was 13 of 26. He also played 39 minutes tonight. Josh Hart, 42 minutes, 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range, was really nice to see because Josh Hart really wasn't hitting those threes, but now he is. So good to see that. You got 10 rebounds from Hart, 5 assists from Hart, and he gave you 14 points as well too. Now, looking at the bench, Mitchell Robinson played 9 minutes, even though he is off of minutes restrictions fully. He played 9 minutes. Cam Payne, 7 minutes. Deuce McBride, 19 minutes. Landry Shamet, 1 minute. And that entire bench combined to give you 5 points. 5. So, out of 94 points that the Knicks scored to win this game, the bench contributed 5 points. Does that sound crazy to anyone? Out of that score, the bench gives us 5 points. Let's just call it the way we have to call it. Deuce McBride. "19 minutes. 1 of 5 from the field. 1 of 5. All of his shots, by the way, are from 3. 1 of 5 from 3. 1 rebound and 5 points. Horrible. Horrible. I like Deuce. I do. I don't like this Deuce. Where's the Deuce that could shoot off the dribble? Where's the Deuce that was instant offense off the bench? Where is he? Where did he go? And it's not like he's not getting some shots. He's getting some shots. Some of his shots are actually open, and he's missing them. And I don't really know what to do at this point because it's not a single game. Deuce has been bad, besides his defense, really, all series. And this is a problem. This is a very big problem because we're not getting scoring from anywhere else. Mitchell Robinson's not going to be able to give you anything, really. Cam Payne doesn't play enough. Landry Shamet played a minute. The starters are able to get it done right now against Detroit. How are we going to fare against the Celtics or whoever else we play in the second round? What happens? What happens in the further rounds? This bench is a very big problem. They're not contributing offensively in the way that we need. We need more from them than just 5 points. And conversely, when you look at the Pistons side, they had what? Let me see here. That's 19, 20, 22 points. They got 22 bench points. But with the Knicks, it was really more of a 6-man rotation. It was so tight. How do you win like that? How do you do anything with a bench like that? You need to give minutes to the bench. They need more minutes. They need time to gel. They need time to operate. They need time to understand how to play together. This is going to be a really, really big problem for New York if they're not able to get it done now? You want to have this issue going into the rest of the postseason where the bench is not able to do anything? 5 points. 5 points. How do you look at that and not be concerned? I am concerned. I'm happy we won the game, but we did not win this game because of the bench. We won this game in spite of the bench, and that is not a good thing. That's a very, very bad thing. You need to do more, and hopefully the Knicks are going to be able to address the bench scoring moving forward and also be able to get some type of standard of at least 2 players off the bench that you trust to play 20-plus minutes. If that's Deuce and Mitchell Robinson, then fine, do that. But if you're going to do that, then you actually have to do it. Give Robinson that time. Game 5 at MSG, New York. We're ready to close it out. We're ready to steal this series. And we're ready to go to the second round. Let everybody know that it is our year to shine, our year to go far, and our year for everybody to start showing some respect to the Knicks. Laughing stock before, laughing stock no more, legit contender. It's been a long time, a very long time. But New York, we are finally here. And the vibes could not be more immaculate. And I am here for all of it. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks leading this series 3-1 and winning this game 94-93? And what did you think about the Knicks All-Stars and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns? Did you enjoy their performances? What was your favorite play from Brunson? Favorite play from Cat? What did you think about the Pistons and their response in the third quarter, and then the Knicks and their response in the fourth quarter? Let me know in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love. The Knicks are up 3-1. I am excited. I am hyped. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, New York. New York forever. And I will catch you guys on the other side.